In the house, coming to you with another late night video. Sorry I couldn't get it in this morning. I'm working on my schedules for tomorrow. Had to tweak some things because we had some changes. I also am coaching a gentleman. He's getting a chance to kind of uh, ride around in the fringes of my business, and I'm looking forward to working with him closer one-on-one this weekend. He's really doing well. He's adapting to change because Miss Ward's world is very, very different than most. My business runs very different, and that's simply because you got to be able to make a move on a dime and make it happen. So I am in the middle of course, doing my schedule with Work Is. Work is easy, great app. Like I said, I'm tweaking it to my business. The thing I like about it is that even when I have my employees on runs and I have subcontractors doing jobs, I can always send it through Work Is, which is great. It's really versatile, and I really like the product. Plug for Work is easy. So I am adapting to the changes that are happening in my company and in my environment. I'm getting a really high demand on the commercial side and for unique services. So I am definitely taking it all in and tweaking the business and making sure that they're all profitable ventures. Um, that's about it. Today was an interesting day. I started out and I had to work on another generator situation, and this one the customer wants me to convert it to propane. So that's a new project. Also, I'm working with some things for a major venue here in Broward. Had an opportunity to work with them, and it's looking real interesting. Commercial is really knocking my door down right now, which is I'm definitely walking through it though. It's just another opportunity. Definitely forcing me to up the skill set even more. But that's what I want to talk about is adjusting to change. You know, a lot of times people want to stay in a lane, and then when that lane gets to be super crowded and you can't eat, you had an opportunity to step out that lane while you could do both. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm stepping out of one lane on the residential, and I'm starting to ease over into commercial because commercial has an extremely high demand. And I see guys always in Publix and other places. Like I was just shadowing a guy myself today, doing an undercover shadow. He was at Wawa and he was working on the beverage machines, and we were talking about the ice machines, how the beverage machines. He talked about how he had to get, 2 weeks of training on this and that, and I'm watching them move and watching them, clean and go through the processes. So in any business, there's an opportunity. I had a chance to take a look at that Mila coffee maker today. That was quite interesting. It's like a foreign animal. Very funny, but interesting little machine. Amazing how many people need built-in coffee makers in their kitchens. The ultimate Starbucks in the crib. They've been popular for quite some time, but really unique machines. It's been a very interesting day. Definitely forcing me to spread my CEO wings and wear multiple hats, but I welcome the opportunity. It gets me fresh and keeps me on top of my game. Like I say, I don't run mine like everybody else, and I'm okay with that. That means that no matter what revenue stream is coming in, I'm going to do well because I didn't just stay in that one lane. And when that lane got crowded, I'm telling you, and I'm going to keep repeating that, certain lanes are getting crowded, so you better specialize in getting the area. Remember what I always say, find the hardest thing to work on and become the best at it and charge accordingly. As you can see, my eyes still looking suspect, and no, Miss Ward don't do nothing weird. Y'all know what I do. What is it? Right there. That's what I do. But I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. Communicating with your customers. The thing that you really got to work on is calling them before you arrive. And you don't have to call them directly, but text them. Get a response. In this day and age, so many people are accustomed to texts. Now, your older customers, a call might be better because that just is what they respond to, but you have to morph into what your customer needs. My customers are really accommodating and they understand delays as long as I was already on the phone and having the conversations or texting and keeping them in the loop. They understand accidents, traffic jams, things of that nature, but you have to communicate. Um, the other thing is learning how to ask for help when you need it. I put some things I needed help with, and I got to go check the chat and see if I got any responses. Because, like I said, it's nonstop. So that's something you want to be on. You want to be on top of asking for help and being humble enough to accept it, and then shutting up and listen while they're giving it. I got some notes again today, so I'm gonna go online, take a peep at that. I'm trying to get into bed early, but it ain't happening. I got to stop that cycle. So what I'm gonna do while I'm up drinking my tin water, I'm also gonna be drinking a detox because I feel the need to really flush my system. Because I'm in for a wild ride. I can already tell. It's September 23rd, and I'm like, man, 7 days before the end of the month. Really? Like, when did that happen? But you gotta ride. You gotta ride. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. But the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is streamlining the business. Anytime you have an issue, like I'm having some issues in my business because one way I used to do business before I started using work is I would do everything through Google, my phone, my contacts. I linked everything through OneDrive, and I had a system. Now that I've had work is in, and I'm only using a portion. I'm not even using it to the max. I'm using it. I'm adding layers in at a time that I can control and manage, and I can tweak it specifically for my business. So it's been interesting, very interesting. But you always got to have those learning curves, and you got to stay current. So what I've decided to do is kind of mind map my day and try to, excuse me, y'all, and try to map out the according time I need to do schedules, time to do this, to do that. The problem is when you're doing schedules, if you're in Florida, you're getting calls and you're getting hits all the time. I need this, I need that, I need this and that. And you're trying to figure out how to compensate people in a 24 to 48 hour period. Because I heard Brandon today on the walkie-talkie app, and he was like, in Florida, they ain't trying to wait. They might wait. If you're really nice, they might wait one day. But they ain't trying to wait. They don't care. They trying to pay and get their stuff back up. So if you're not rolling like that and you don't have the ability, like I said, I'm blessed to have extensions of myself. I'm blessed to have additional employees, and not a lot of them. People always think I got a million people working for me. I just have people who are efficient and they do what I ask them to do, period. And I compensate them accordingly. And that's another thing. If you run a business and you got staff, make sure your staff eat. Make sure you're paying them. But also, like today, I met up with my guys, bought lunch for everybody, boom boom, and kept it moving. You know what I mean? And it's the little things that count. It didn't kill me to buy lunch, and I knew we were going to converge at a certain point. I called ahead, had lunch ready, and tried to be attentive to what I felt they needed, and then moved on and sent them back out in the world to be superheroes. I mean, you got to do those things. At the same time, you got to continue to work on you, and that's one of my biggest deals. I'm really big about working on me. Nowhere near perfect, but I'm very clear about what I'm trying to chisel, get done, and get handled. Congratulations to Brandon and Rick, his business partner. I'm looking forward to the building that's going to be the storefront / office space / school. We need that so bad in South Florida. It's ridiculous. I'm going to be right there front row like, whoa, can I get a little something, something? I'm going to support them because I believe in their program. I believe in what they're trying to do. And like I said, everybody teaches different, everybody instructs different, everybody goes to business different. And it's room for all of us. I love Mike Sneeze Appliance Boot Camp. That's where I got my start, and people look at me and be like, oh, you're so successful. I'm like, man, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. And if I didn't have so many mistakes and errors and da-da-da, I might be a little further. But that's all business. That's how you learn. I had to tell somebody that today. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get back to doing the schedule, but I wanted to make sure I send a shout out to my solid steppers. And again, a shout out to TMM, Brandon and the crew for always having my back. A shout out to Ty from Durham Appliance, Chris Ainsworth, love you dude, to death. Shout out to LaRon, because that's my favorite church boy. Shout out to Darian, all the people that always have my back, man. I really appreciate y'all. Shout out to Adler, shout out to everybody, man. And of course, shout out to Rod, my ride or die. Y'all don't, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put Rod on camera. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but his wife would probably kill me because she don't play by him. She don't want nobody looking at him ever. But hey, that's their business. I ain't gonna be shady, even though that was undercover shady. But hey, they my favorite couple. So with that said, I'm really gonna sign off because I am really like falling asleep in the camera, and I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you following me, and if you got anything out of the little dribble drabble I just said, like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to real entrepreneurial life. Real facts that you have no time, no nothing. Like you don't have time to do nothing. Like it's always something to be done. I'm sitting here and I'm sleeping, and I got X amount of things I want to get done. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this video. Tell you guys have a great night, and a great week, and a great weekend. And then I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'm going to actually write down what I need to do. And then I'm going to get up at 5:55 a.m. and do it. Facts. Oh. So everybody have a great night. Again, I really appreciate all my followers, my consistent followers. Thank you for being there. And signing off. Solid steppers. I'll let you tomorrow. Be blessed. And y'all pray for me that I can get an early morning video out and get back to my ritual. Appreciate you.